with the ramping up of ET activity and more sightings, and I know from your guys' side, you're trying to gradually acclimate humanity to your presence and as our consciousness evolves. And I'm just wondering how this is going to work as our governments crumble and we see more craft and people have more contact experiences. Also, the releasing of suppressed technology that will help humanity be more abundant and prosperous. Some people say there will come a day where there'll be mass arrests and mass broadcast of truth from some of these white hats or gray hats. Do you see that happening, or do you think it'll just be this gradual?
More so gradual. Remember, when things occur rapidly overnight, massive shifts very quickly, these are normally acts of destruction. Things that are constructive, generally speaking, are more subtle. They take more time. You don't always see the growth. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So it's likely that the birthing of your new utopia, the birthing of your new Aeon, will come into manifestation through gradual incremental steps. And you might not see these steps if you're not paying attention. You might not see these subtle shifts, these nuanced micrometer intervals of growth. You might miss these things if you're not paying attention, if you're not really looking for them, because these things are happening already right now. But to many of you, you look at your world and you would say it's falling apart. Things aren't looking that great. There's chaos everywhere. But that's just looking at your world from the lens of the destruction. You must also look at your world from the lens of the creation and see how these changes are actually paving the way for a new world, for a new experience. So what we're saying here is the following. Your new earth and the shifts needed for its manifestation are already underway. These things are already being birthed. They're already manifesting. But these types of changes might be more subtle, so you might miss them. In relationship to these big sweeping changes, such as mass arrests, overnight shifting of infrastructure and power and things like that, it's unlikely you'll see those types of manifestations in a way that supports this new direction. That type of experience more so has to do with, we'll describe it like this, a person's projection of what they expect such a shift to look like. That's where that comes from. It's just the best attempt their imagination is capable of making as to projecting or expecting what that type of transformation would look like. So we see these changes being more gradual. Technologies being unveiled, new people coming out of the woodworks that have solutions, people stepping down whom perhaps have been in power that maybe weren't well equipped to be with that power. The changes we detect will be more gradual because that's going to be easier for your species to handle. If everything just abruptly changes overnight, that can be more challenging to adapt to. So that is less likely to be the approach. It's more likely to be small incremental shifts that people can accommodate. That's what we detect, at least.